Hi everyone, it's Chief Instructor Brett. Welcome to another video training session. This is at the start of our August 2021 lockdown. Everyone's hopeful that it will only be for a short amount of time, but as we've seen elsewhere in Australia, anything can happen. So this is just a nice, easy follow-along session for you all. At any time you can pause and do more, and of course you can do your own training, but this will just give you some basic movements, basic kicks, just to keep you in the zone of training. All right, we're going to start just with a gentle warm-up. So start by jogging. You can always do marching on the spot if jogging is a problem for your hips and knees and ankles. Today's session is going to be very much in one little area, which will help some of you training at home. We will, however, in the middle of the session be pausing for people to do some patterns, and there you just use whatever room you've got. Good, just shake the hands. Make little circles. Open and close the fingers. Elbows. Circles with the arms. Half the arm. Circles the other way. Good, marching on the spot. My dad was talking to me the other day, and he's been in lockdown for quite some time, and he said it's getting to the stage where his wheelie bin has gone out more than he has lately. So it's good that we've got our sense of humour. Good, now we're going to add the punch in the air as we march. Good, relax, feet wider apart, twisting side to side. When you twist, let your back heel come up off the ground so that you can drive your hip into the movement without putting stress on your knees. Good. Swing the arms forwards, big circles, and swing the arms backwards. Feet shoulder width, big circles with your hips. Change direction. Good, pick up one foot, drawing circles with the foot, so you're hitting the ankle. Other direction. Knee, so foot back and forth. Change legs, circles with the foot. Change direction. Foot back and forth. Okay, relax. Just into a guarding, some sort of back stance, just nice and relaxed. Front leg raises, starting with the right leg. Go. Should feel every time you raise, it's a little bit easier, or maybe you can raise a little bit higher. And change legs. Some of you might, like me, be tighter on one side. I've got a sore hamstring, so I'm always a little bit lower on the left, and I just have to build up. No point in risking anything. Change legs again, just easy front kicks. Even when we're doing front kicks as part of a warm-up, knee up and try and drive the foot forwards. Get the right foot position. Change legs. Relax, just bouncing on the spot. Should be pretty much warm now, ready for anything. And good. If you need to take your jumper off or have a quick drink, do that now. I'll give you about 15 seconds. So today's session is relatively simple, but will include some kicks, probably up to about green belt level. So beginners, yellow belts, if you're out there doing this, first of all, good on you for doing it. Second, if there's kicks that you're not quite sure about, you just do front kicks or side kicks. No problems at all. Or front leg raises. Okay, everyone, into Chumbi. We're going to start with hand techniques. Step, horse riding stance, punch. One. Punching. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Good. From there, low section block. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Good. Everyone rise up. Straighten your legs. Bend your knees again. Get down nice and low. Okay, now we're going to do rising block. For rising block, we prepare the same position as we do for low block. We prepare here, we get our elbow up, at least as high as the fist. Then as we go to do the movement, the elbow initiates. And then we bring the arm up, make sure your fist is above your elbow so your arm forms an angle. Rising block. Hana! Do! Set! Net! Hana! Do! Set! Net! Left leg back. Come on. Good. From there, you're going to step forwards into forward stance and do a midsection punch. Hana! And then we're going to step straight back to Chumbi. So for every count, we'll come back to Chumbi. When you step forwards to punch, if I'm going to punch with the right, as I step, I extend my left hand. So then when I land, both hands can work together. Okay? Again, we're going to start with the right. Hana! Do! Set! Net! Hana! Do! Set! Net! And relax. Good. Shake the arms. Shake the legs. Okay, now we're going to move on to some kicks. So from Chumbi, left leg forwards guarded. So, start with front kick. Full kick and full guard. Hana! So when you do your front kick, you don't want to be trying to merge the guard and the kick. Keep your hands up, kick first, then prepare and do the guard. Do! Set! Net! Change legs. Hana! Do! Set! Net! Good, change legs. Now we're going to do side kick. When you're looking straight at the camera, when you see me do a side kick, you'll see that my knee comes forwards, but then you'll immediately see that my knee comes across, so I get that chamber position. It's really important that you get your knee across into the chamber and that you don't start to kick with your knee still pointing straight ahead. So actually I'll show you slowly first. Knee comes through, knee comes across into chamber, foot kicks, come back to that chamber, and down and guard. Stationary side kick. Hana! Do! Set! Net! Hana! Do! Jump up, change legs. Hana! Do! Set! Net! Hana! Do! Change legs. Okay, the last kick we're going to do for today is a turning kick. So again, when you're looking straight at the camera, you shouldn't see my knee come forwards like this. You should see my knee come out to the side. into our turning kick chamber. My momentum is going forwards, however. So when you do your turning kick, we don't want this. You don't want to lift your knee straight to the side. So if I'm kicking this way, my knee comes up forwards and out in that first movement. So that means it comes forwards and out, then I pivot. And by pivot, I bring the hip around, but I also have to bring the foot on the ground around. So the hip comes round, then I deliver the kick. Turning kick. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Hana. Do. Change legs. Turning kick. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Hana. Do. And relax. All right, grab a quick drink, then come back. I'm going to get a quick drink. Okay, the next section is going to be patterns. So for patterns, every single pattern that we do, up to the third degree patterns, I've already made a video and it's on this channel. So you know where to go to get practice on your pattern or all the junior patterns. But if you know the patterns off by heart, you're now going to pause the video and spend about 4 minutes. I want you to do your pattern twice and 2 junior patterns once each. So that'll be about 4 minutes. Take your time, just leave it on pause, do as many patterns as you want right now, and then come back. Okay, go. All right, fantastic. So I hope that you paused, otherwise you would have seen that I had a break of about 4 seconds. And you can't really do a good pattern in 4 seconds. So you were supposed to pause that yourself. So if you didn't, go back now and pause it. Excellent. All right, let's go. Okay, so the final section of today, and like I said, it's just a nice short workout to keep you in the mode of your training for the lockdown, is a few simple kicking combos. We're just going to put together a couple of 2 kick combos using the basic kicks that we did earlier in the session. So we're going to start with nice and easy front kick, side kick. So if you've got room to go forwards, do that. If you don't have room, you'll do both kicks on the same leg. So you'll kick, come back, touch, kick again. First one is front kick, side kick. Ready? So right leg back guarding. Hana! And then you'll just come back. Do! Set! Net. Change legs. Front kick, side kick. Hana. Do. Set. Net. And good. Relax. Now we're going to do turning kick, side kick. So the important thing when you're doing combos, where you start to change the kicks around, turning kick, the hips come out, the knee comes out, side kick, you come through in a chamber like this, is to make sure that you're getting the correct preparation and you don't blend the kicks in and look the same. So right leg back guarding, turning kick, side kick. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Change legs. Hana. Grab a quick drink if you need one. Then you're going to do a minute of shadow sparring. Okay, I'm not going to pause this time. I'm going to stand here and watch you. I'm going to keep an eye on the time. I've got my clock. Ready? Guarding stance. 1. Ready? Hands and legs. Shadow sparring. Just keep it simple. Go. So, you may not be able to hear me talk because you're concentrating on your shadow sparring. I used to pretty much ignore my instructor when he tried to speak to me while I was sparring. No, that's not true. It's not true, Master Paul. Sorry about that. So I want you to realise that a minute shadow sparring is very tiring and it's meant to be tiring. So if you are pushing your sparring, already by now, we're at the halfway mark, you're feeling puffed. I'm puffed just watching you. You're doing great. Okay, it's really important that you just keep it simple and do lots of the good basic kicks and punches, and then every now and then you try the dynamic or you try the flying. Okay, don't use them all the time. Shadow sparring is also about demonstrating that you can put all of our basic techniques into good shape. You've got less than 10 seconds to go. Almost done. And come on, shoulder relax. Good, just walk around on the spot a little bit, have a few deep breaths. All we've got left today is a few simple stretches to finish. There is one of my other videos that's on this channel has about 12 minutes of good hard stretches. We're also looking to send you all something quite soon that is just a video on stretches again. A lot of people really like to stretch because it helps with their Taekwondo, helps with their flexibility. It's also really good for general life, just to try and remain flexible. There's so much stuff out there on YouTube or classes, stretch classes, yoga, it doesn't matter as long as you're doing something. Okay, we're all going to get down now on the floor. I'm just going to start in a simple lunge. So in this position, push forward on the hips and just push your hips as far forwards and down as you can. Try and keep the hips in that position and just make sure to keep your shoulders back. It's important to keep breathing while you stretch. You don't have to time your breath with anything in particular. Just make sure you are breathing in and out regularly. And if you're a bit tired from the sparring, you try and use this as an opportunity to slow your breathing down to get it to normal. Good, from there, hold that lunge and go down low and really get the lunge deep. Really push down, using your hands on the floor, get the lunge nice and deep. Try and make it super deep. Now from there, straighten the back leg. Keeping our hips. Mine may not look straight because of the uniform. Trust me, it's straight. I think. Yes, it is. Good. It's keeping it straight, trying to keep your hips as low as you can. Come on up. And just hold this position. So you're having to now squeeze all the muscles that you've just been stretching. Oh, I've got a bit of a wobble. That's okay. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. Come back down into the lunge. Bring that front leg back. And straighten that front leg out. Reach forward. Grab the ball of the foot if you want to. Pull it back. And you're trying to stretch forwards down. Think about getting your chest down towards your toes. Good. Now you can keep holding this position, which is concentrating the stretch on your hamstrings here. Or you can slide forwards into your best front split and just hold this. And I'm really hoping that I stretched far enough that I've gone off camera, but unfortunately my camera person is shaking her head, so I obviously need to stretch more. So you breathe and you're trying to feel yourself just relaxing down, almost sinking down. Few more seconds. and relax. Good, come back in and onto your knees. I just face straight ahead. I'm just going to sit back. Now for some people this is challenging because of injuries to knees, injuries to ankles, or just really tight muscles. Okay, but for some people this starts to give us a bit of a stretch on the quads. Okay, but for a lot of you, you won't be really feeling this. Now you can lean back a little bit, you can put your hands down and sort of lean back, but you're still trying to sink your butt into your heels. Some of you probably can't see the camera anymore because you're lying back and your shoulders are on the ground. That's completely fine. If you're able to do that, that's great. Good. Use your hands to bring yourself back up. Excellent. And from there, just pivot the feet around, open the legs out into straddle. Open the legs as wide as you can and try and get your weight forward so you're sitting on your sit bone. And the sit bone means that you're not rolled back and sitting on your squishy butt. You're sort of forwards, you're trying to feel like your hamstrings are on the ground and that your butt is off the ground at the back. So you tilt forwards. Then I want you to think about getting your nose to the, I keep saying the camera, but presumably you're looking at a screen. So I want you to think about stretching forwards and putting your nose on the screen. Not dropping down, but forwards. And as you stretch forwards, you almost feel like more of your butt peels off the ground. And that's what you want. And relax. Come back. Now we're going to do our lunge to the other side, and then we're done for the night. Can I remember which leg I had in front? Yes. Now I've got my left leg in front. Good. Into our nice, reasonably deep lunge, not full depth. Push forward on the hips, back on the shoulders, and try and really get that hip forwards and down on that angle. Keep breathing. Then we're going to lean forwards, get the hands down on the ground and really try and make that stretch even lower to the ground. Push it down, exaggerate the stretch. And from there, straighten the back leg. And when you straighten the back leg, you're trying to get the ball of the foot on the floor. So you're rolling your foot back almost like you've done a turning kick to the floor. Okay, then lock those legs out, lift your upper body up and into this. So it's a low upright lunge. If you're shaking, that's fine. If you wobble, that's fine. If you actually are going to fall, use your hands to stop you or bend your back knee and come out of it. A couple more seconds and drop that knee, then just tilt back into our hamstring stretch. Grab the ball of the foot if you want to make it more intense. If you actually pull that ball of the foot back, that really puts the stretch through the calf, which takes it right into the back of the knee, which is where the hamstrings cross over. So like before, we're trying to stretch our chest forwards to our toes, and we're not trying to round the back too much. Okay, you can keep holding this, or you can then just ease forward into your front splits. And I'll just remind you one more time to keep breathing. It is amazing how often that when you do a lot of stretching, you find that you've just stopped breathing. You're holding your breath. It's because we tense, because stretching is tense, where when we take the muscles to the end range, they start to tense because they don't want to go there. That's what muscles do. They try and stop us from going there. And you have to relax and breathe to tell your muscles it's okay, and then you go a bit further. I did go a bit further, I promise. Okay, a little bit longer. And that's good. Bring that front leg in. Standing up. Give your legs a shake. give your arms a shake, give yourself a bit of a twist, and that completes the workout. So you can just do this workout anytime you want. There are other workouts that we put up before last time during lockdown. So there is no excuse for you not to train as much as you were before if you want to. You don't have to be in a dojang. You can, if you've got the motivation and you've got the computer or the TV, you can just get into it. So hope you enjoyed that and see you all very soon, I hope.